Hello everybody and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt and I am back to being a person. It was a very short time where I was a cat, but it was very interesting. Solburn got the fastest cat, we've added a quote, we streamed for 2 minutes and then we had to do stuff. So, in that 2 minutes we moved from here to here. Cool, now that we're caught up. So the goal today is we would like to make more power, because the power is beginning to get a bit shady. You know what they say, when your power gets a bit shady, you got to do better than that. So I want to generate about 120 hot steam per minute. So, we're going to prepare that. Now we will also look at geothermal, but right now we're not going to worry about that. So, hot steam, hot pressurized steam coming through. We want, what was I saying? 120 per second. So 120 per second, if I do that, yeah. That's how it works. And I would like to generate that from... Geothermal water will be a thing I do later. We'll worry about that later. But now we're doing this one. Yes. And then where do we get the hot molten salt from? We get it from... coal power plant. Okay, and how do we get that much coal? We just figure it the hell out. We're going to need to make coal. That's mildly irritating. Just to be clear, are you saying you want... That's actually not that much. The power plant can take raw coal as well. Why does it think it just wants... Oh! No? Right, okay, it's just confused. I understand, I understand. Okay, well then we'll screw that. Screw being efficient. That's what we want. Crush it? Yeah. I mean, I can still crush it a little bit. We still have a bit of crushing. So... I want quite a few things here. Admittedly, not a lot of coal, though, which is kind of funny. So anyway, I've got my son's dinner here. He didn't eat it, so it's just chips and a cheese toasted sandwich. Both are cold, but whatever, I'll eat it. Because, you know, what's mine is mine. Okay. So what I need to make is 2 heat exchangers, of which I believe I've got 1 currently. Nope, I do not. Okay, well, now we do. I need 13 coal power plants. That's surprisingly not as many as I think I would have thought we needed. And they require just a bunch of shit that I don't want to make. Alright. We're doing this again. Bunch of steam engines. Just take them all. I'm not here to make friends. Electric mining drills. Okay. Circuit board, iron part. Okay. The idea is after I produce this, I should have a lot of power. More parts. Yep. How are we doing? We in metallics and steel. Got it. And then we also need to make some other things, which are going to be kind of a pain in the butthole to make. You know what they say, if it's not a pain in the butthole, it's not worth doing. That's the Pi experience. And yasifiers. Which is air core inductors and pipes. Okay. We'll come back for those. Yasifiers. So how many of these do I need? Like a million? That's one. We need more mechanical parts. Now this is where I'm going to realize how bad this is going to become. So this is exciting. So this is these things. They needed control panels which needed batteries. Is that really all the problem was? Just batteries? It doesn't seem likely, but at the same time... Oh my, creating my first one. Okay, cool. There's a downside to having things done this way. The downside to the CS stations is when you need one thing, you can't just call a train to you. Yet. I can see a way that's possible in the future. Now there is this geothermal water that I could use in the future, but right now I'm just going to use this. And then we want to go back to this bullshit. We need to make a bunch of mechanical parts. I don't know how much of a pain in the butthole that's going to be. A lot of things, a lot of pains in the butthole today. I'm not sure what to tell you about that, but it's clearly where we are. As I always say, it says more about me than it says about you. So in the meantime, because we're coming up to logistics drones, I realized something. I was originally going to have these automated factories like litter the landscape, but they're huge, right? And they're not actually that fast. Then I realized assembler 2s can take gas tanks. And we're probably going to power everything by gas tanks at this rate. How do we... Okay, you know what? While we're thinking about geothermal, how do we mine geothermal water? Might as well get them both going, right? Geothermal plant. Does that mine it? It does. Let's make a geothermal plant while we're at it. Yeah, you're probably right. That's fine. I didn't need hopes and dreams. There'll probably be a new source of power very soon anyway, but it'll probably have some sort of annoying characteristic that I need to deal with. And right now, I would just rather get some steam power going. You know what? Actually, if you really think about it, what I've got already is already enough to get started. Right? Like, how much do I really need to get too far into this? You kind of resold me on it. Look, we'll take it anyway, because it's not too far away anyway. We can just send some pipes up there. Let's get this going, actually. Never mind. Okay, we've got other problems apparently. Did I actually pick up? No, I didn't pick up the engines because I didn't care enough. That makes 3 at a time. That's convenient. Let's make 1 more of these. So that's 5, sorry, out of my 13 that I want. Huh. I don't think your experience is wrong. Your experience is your experience, but this should be alright. I'd love to take some more pipes with me. Because there's no way in hell those are going to be useless. I don't really even need to take the salt very far. I can just take a... How am I melting the salt in the first place? That's a question I had not considered. Basic oxygen furnace. There's a follow-up question there that I don't particularly like. Do I need oxygen in the oxygen furnace? I don't think I do, right? No, I don't think I do. It's just called that. This needed oxygen, but that's because it was part of the recipe. This doesn't need it because it's not part of the recipe. Okay. Works for me. And we need mining drills. Are there really enough mine drills? I don't think so. 9 mine drills does not seem like enough. And I think I know why. No, it just doesn't seem like enough. Let's get some more mine drills on hand just because 9 doesn't seem right. I don't believe the calculator. Which is generally a bad idea, but you know what? If calculators, if they're so smart, why do they only do math? You know? If I was smart like a calculator, I'd do more than math. I'd also... Well, I'm not smart like a calculator, so I don't know what I'd do, but I'd do something else too. We can't all be smart like calculators. Calculators, they're smart but lazy. Oh, I need those. Can you just go to a different depot then? I want to fix something, because I know these trains break at the same place all the time. I can see there being a massive delay just because the trains are stupid. I'm just going to put a little signal on here just so the trains are welcome to be stupid in their own time. There we go. Just expect the trains to be stupid and you won't go wrong. Okay, now the trains will be stupid on their own time. At 4 to 6 business hours. Also using HE hard mode, actually checking you're right. On high pressure turbine and 3 geothermal plants, the plants are a little over half pressure. Ah. There we go. I don't know why my blueprints vanished. I'm not super happy that my blueprints vanished, but they did vanish. I don't know why they vanished, just that it did happen. We've created 1,000 logistics science packs. Nice. Go me. Okay. Put that in there. That in there. Get rid of that. Get that. Good. Snap to grid, relative. And that should also be relative, I think. I don't even think I need the train to go up there, but I will take the train up there anyway. Because at the moment we don't have a train going anywhere near that direction, so... You know, they say it's better to have a train going somewhere where you don't need it than not have a train going where you do need it. That's what they say it all the time. Okay. I want 14 of these actually, if you really think about it. So... that can't be right. But by extension, what you are having me, you're trying to make me believe that this is what I need to do. I don't know if I do believe you. Oh right, I was going to crush things, wasn't I? Also, I suppose these are going to probably put out some sort of crap. We can worry about that later. Are we out of fuel? Yes we are. That's fine. Shouldn't be that big a problem. Now, just to... for the sake of argument... we need to actually plug this in first. Okay, never mind. For the sake of argument, let's plug this in. No argument has actually been had yet, but for the sake of it... if we were to have an argument, this is what it would look like. In the event of a real argument, does that take power itself? No. I suppose that makes sense. Why would a power plant take power? Hard mode really makes some changes that feel weird once you look at them closely, like turning geothermal water into steam. That is weird. Okay, I'll let the robots catch up, because otherwise they get upset. And then the drone liberation army tells me that I've been a bad factory dad again. Okay, research has been done. Good. Okay. So all up, that should take... So 4 of these should be a belt. Got it. And they're going to spit out a belt of ash. Because of course it will. That makes sense. And each one requires 3 inserters. That's not a implausible number. Which we will need to deal with that vast amount of ash coming out. This is going to be a pretty large amount of ash coming out. And that will turn the salt and okay. What we're going to do is basically this. We're going to flip it. It's correct, but I don't like it. It's also not correct. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay. Okay, so that will remove the salt. I would like the hot salt to go towards the water and the cool salt not towards the water. Then we do 2 heat exchangers. Hello, good luck, have fun, and OMG, what's this? This is the solution. My problems. Hopefully. This is a coal-powered plant, or at least the start of it. And I would have loved that if that had come down here. What we're going to do is we're going to rebuild that. To be here. then we get the pressurized water, of which there should not be that much of. Which we totally built that. We didn't build a pressure pump, but now we have. It's just going to pressurize water. That's right, it's going to go to water and be like, hey kids, you want to try some illegal substances? Like, geez, I don't know, pressure pump. I don't know. And it's like, come on, all the cool kids doing it. And that's how we pressurize water into doing steam. And then we have nothing to use it because we didn't actually build that part. That's hilarious. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. We didn't need to get 2 high pressure steam turbines. I'm pretty sure we don't have any of the stuff we need for that. Yeah, that's right. We don't. But in the meantime, the meme time, if you will, what we should be doing is melting some salt. Okay. So that's all hooked up. That's cool. Right, make sure it all comes out the right side, otherwise it's not going to work. We're going to, for now, as a temporary measure, I think it's in here. We're going to put a overflow pumps, underflow pumps. We do. Underflow valve, yeah. I just realized that's going to make a bunch of steam, a bunch of ash. We will deal with the ash later. Which is the thing you want to hear everyone say when they've got a problem that's obvious. And then we're just going to go get some salt. We're just going to ferry it across because I'm lazy that way. It'll sort itself out. And then we'll just get enough salt and then we'll put it all back in. Go this way. Okay, and you can just generate my molten salt for a bit. Okay, we'll soon be able to generate water wherever we want. That's cool. Yeah, we can now make water wherever we want. That's good news. Crushed coal turns to coarse coal. Oh wow, coarse coal could be good, yo. Not really what we need to do right now, but it's good to know that it's there. Let's just keep working towards our eventual goal, which is logistics. So that's going to slowly do its thing. And then while it does its bad thing, we're going to go get the actual power plants. You be true to your bad self over there. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on. One thing I don't like about the trains these days is they are not as easy to stop when they're going somewhere. Built a radar. I'd like to get that radar up, please. Currently driving the wrong way on the train tracks, but you know what? I don't care. I think I'm driving the right side, but if I'm not, I'm going to find a train real soon. Okay, so that'll start melting my salt. Eventually. Hey Dynamite Dad, the stream's going well, thank you for asking. We are working on a new power plant because power is getting a little shaky. By a little shaky, I mean it's kind of not happy. And so my thinking is if we can get that going, then we will be good to do the next stage of the expansion, which I don't actually know what that is yet, but what they say, first you get the power, then you get the money, then you get the power? Something like that. It's something like that. Okay, we need brakes, gearbox, shaft, utility box, got it. I don't even quite know what I'm referencing there. First you get the power, then you've got the power. Hey, good job, you got the power. Nice job. Good job getting all that power. I need brakes. Why small parts jam up again? Yeah, they did. Oh. That's frustrating that keeps happening. More parts. Okay, I need lots of brakes. I wonder if the brakes... We could just take someone else's brakes. All parts, steel plates, duralumin. Okay. That's probably fine then. Small parts, duralumin. And steel. Okay. Duralumin is going to get harder and harder to find at this base since aluminium's died off. I'm hoping that that won't be a problem. But it's going to start being a problem. In fact, you can already see it being a problem. Steel and small parts, okay. But there's not a huge amount I'm gonna do about it. Things I could do about it, but nothing I'm going to. Okay, that's one. I want 2 of these. That'll generate me, when everything's going correctly, 900 megajoule. Which is a lot of joules. And I want 2 utility boxes, which are right there. Great. That is encouraging. And my salt should be starting to gather. We have not much salt. Lots of ash gathering though. Oh, speaking of which, did I remember to turn this? I did turn this off, right? I did. Good. They have a train here that's just supposed to collect a bunch of ash. It's currently waiting at refuel. What are you... That's really funny. This train has a special problem with refueling. Okay. Or, as cargo, no, as a very specific cargo. That's a really funny thing. So the train basically had so much ash in it that it couldn't move. Inactivity? Ah, no, this is fine. No train should ever have 1,000 ash in it. Like, that's not feasibly possible. Did you hear the moment where I wasn't quite sure about that? I was like, is it feasibly possible? I don't think so. We need more small parts, because of course we do. That's not enough small parts, but we'll take them anyway. Actually, no. We need more electric mining drills. I kind of agree with that too. I wonder when these can become easier to build. That's the neat thing. Never. They're always that. Okay. I haven't seen Invincible, but I do like that. That's the neat thing. It never does. Or whatever the hell that line is. Okay. So, with 4 more of those... we will have enough to... Okay. Okay, with 4 more of those, that gives us enough to do one more thing. I would like some more electric mining drills. We're doing it on 4s. I think that might actually be too much. Well, if it's too much, we could just use less. Build a couple of burners as well, because I have a funny feeling we're not going to get through this much ash. These holding trains are just waiting there. Don't know when they're going to get used, but they're there. Copper, that's probably going to need an update soon, but it's fine for the moment. Okay, and then I would like to do this. I'd like some lights. And then when I connect this part, that's when we should start seeing some serious shit happening. If we had enough. Which we don't. And then the cooled down salt, didn't have a plan for. Goes into here. We are apparently having problems with not enough power coming through this. Once it starts running though, I anticipate we're going to be in an interesting spot for a little while. Can we now do something like this? I love construction robots. Okay, and then we get the salt going through there, and then we get the hot salt, aka hot stuff coming through. Uh, yeah, it's a problem that happens regularly. Regularly enough in any case. That takes a full belt, is that correct? Almost a full belt. This makes 3 belts. Okay, see, this is the thing. That was too much. We went silly. We went silly mode there. We should never go full silly mode. You know that. Instead, what did we do? We went full silly mode. Okay. I would really love to get aluminium through. There is a goal for that. We just haven't reached it yet. That is still trying to make my salt. I appreciate that. How much ash would you need to burn? So 5 of you would be about a belt of ash. Am I massively concerned with this at this stage? I'm about to be. Because my ash hole is almost empty. I forgot that I was emptying my ash hole. Okay, well here's what we do. We take it down here. This is what the station's for. There's now an ash station. Problem solved. We go like this. We just grab this whole thing. Like that. Then we put that almost there. It'd be great if it didn't go quite that way. It was almost perfect though. Horizontal flip, thank you. Maybe a vertical flip. Maybe another horizontal flip, just for luck. There. See, there we go. That's a pretty good station we built there. By we, I mean the bots did all the work. The way that mankind was supposed to do work is make robots do it. We do need to get those medium poles though, so maybe we need to take a brief detour down to here to get some aluminium. That's gonna have to be remade soon, like a proper aluminium manufactorium. That almost worked the way I wanted it to. And then we're going to need to later figure out what we're going to do about the other ones, but that's okay. You know, they say, when there's no more room in your ash hole, the dead will walk the earth. That's why I make sure there's always room in my ash hole. But notice we still haven't made any power. I love how quickly this. What is the 5 megawatts? Yeah, okay. Power a little bit faster than I thought it would. So that's 8. Really, if I just have one more, that would do the job, right? More or less. Yeah, my ash hole is going to get very empty very soon, because that's been working for a while. It's done a very good job. That needs to be removed. That needs to be removed. You remove the only thing left is like this 30 or so K. There's a lot of ash being burnt here, but I don't really care much for it. I think this will do pretty well for the ash usage. It's there. Like, I'm pretty excited with how this is going. Once it gets going, it's going to be... Oh, once it gets going, it won't actually do a damn thing. Once it gets going, it's going to be pretty good. So let's go see if we can find some good old-fashioned... Okay. Go find some aluminium. Man, this factory's getting spread out. I usually pass this toasted sandwich. It's very cold. Still cheese and ham though. Can't complain about cheese and ham. Unless you're vegan. I suppose if you're vegan you can complain about cheese and ham. That would make logical sense. However, not vegan. Therefore, not complaining. Okay, my meat box is starting to get a bit full. I was worried about that. Where are my plasmids at? Ah, not enough scientific instruments. Hang on. Oh. Everything is cause and effect with this bloody factory. Too much stone. Bad news. Still too much stone, and I'm not trying to resolve it right now. One day I'll resolve this too much stone problem. Like, it's in my list of things to do. I don't know when I'm going to resolve it, but one day. That's what matters. It's in my list of things to do. And one day it'll even happen. I had a train station that was named the wrong thing. This one. CS, oh, my train ran out of fuel. Cute. My box of salt is slowly running out. That's okay. If there's one thing I learned while playing competitive Netrunner, is that you never want a big box of salt. No, wait, you never want to be a big box of salt. Some people failed that objective. They were just big old boxes of salt. That was the Netrunner days, though, where people would just be big old boxes of salt. Why am I here? Oh, yeah, okay, I know why I'm here. It was because I wanted to finish the Ash station. The Ash Twin projects. Oh! What are they called? Plates. There we go. I like using the plates for whatever. Yeah, they're the Ash Twins. And now we have the Ash Twin project. You hit Ashwin Project, what horrible finger in the eye of space-time we make today? Just a coal power plant. It's just literally Ash Twins, don't worry about it. No spoilers, by the way. I mean, I know everything there is to know, but not everyone does. In fact, a lot of people don't. And I envy those people. As any true player does. It just makes a lot of ash, that's all it is. Very nicely organized base, if only our Pi base was like this. Don't worry, I can find a place which is not organized. How about this? Do you like this bit? Is this bit good? Does that cheer you up? Don't worry, not everything's organized. You're just looking at it like a part that's like... The further away it gets from the main factory, the more organized it gets. The longer I play around in that sand pit, the worse it becomes. Which is just the rule of Factorio. The more you spend on something, the worse it gets. The spaghetti is too clean, you could hardly enjoy it. Okay, I would like to show you What is... There's some more spaghetti. Oh my god, this place has gone pretty spaghetti. I actually can't even use it anymore. There was some really good spaghetti. What was I putting through there? Was it the coal? No. There was one thing that was really... Oh, it was this. Comes through here, goes down through there, goes through that, goes through that, goes through there, goes up through there. That's not that bad, actually. Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll get more spaghetti. Don't worry. More spaghetti will be coming. I almost guarantee it. In fact, I pretty much do guarantee it. There's no way there won't be more spaghetti. I know who I am. Don't lowball me. I know what I've got. Okay, we're gonna put those aside for a moment. Oh shit, we've lost some robots again. Oh well, whatever. I need some more Yasifiers? Interesting. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Why have we got nothing picking up from here? Someone's lying to me. You've got enough. And you got nothing. What am I doing wrong? What's the combinator should be working? What are we doing wrong? Request is for 10 stacks with a minimum request size is 20 stacks. Oh. Oh, that's a really funny mistake if I've... No. Right you are. Thank you, Buck. Appreciate it. I hope you're okay with the call Buck. I sort of went with that and I was like, oh, you know what? I've given you a shortcutted name and some people don't appreciate that. I guess it's like one of those things. Like, if you're not actively trying to insult someone with the name you call, maybe it's okay. If you're trying to insult someone with the name, then you're like, well, no, you're just being a jerk. But, I don't know, I can't... Names are tricky. You go by Buck? Fantastic. Names are something that I'm actually very cautious about for many reasons. Like, despite the fact how often I mangle people's names, I do want to get them right. Because, you know, they're very important to people. Especially people who have chosen them, which, let's be honest, I go by SeiferKatt. I've chosen my name. It used to bother me when people call me Cat. Like, I've deliberately written this name as if it's a first name, last name. Why would you refer to me by my last name? And nowadays I don't care. Nowadays I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I don't even care when people call me Seifer anymore. I've had it enough. It is Seifer, that's how it's pronounced, but if you call me Seifer, if you prefer it that, if that makes more sense in your head, call me Seifer, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Just a fun internet name, right? Despite the fact that I was just saying names are very important, I suppose, then I just immediately counteracted that with, I don't care. But that's my choice, I suppose. My cyberpunk alter ego SeiferKatt. Dang. I'm cool. Sometimes I'm cool. It happens by mistake, I assure you. Okay, we need more intermetallic small parts and steel plates. Steel, well, and we'll get some copper as well. Why not? I didn't want it, but I have it now. I've been meaning to check out Cyberpunk. Like, I've heard a lot of good things about it lately. I've heard the game's like really gone into a big new strength after it got patched. I do really want to check it out. But I'm still stuck on my bloody the 100 stand Last Defense Academy. Do I even remember what that's called? Have I got it right finally? The 100 line Last Defense Academy. Gosh damn it. I'll never learn that name. I've been playing that game for like 100 hours. 100 hours? 114 hours and I still can't remember the bloody name of the game. 100 line Last Defense Academy. And then someone was like, wow, you've been playing that game a lot. Do you recommend it? And I go, not really. That's my favorite part. When someone says like, wow, you've been really enjoying that game. Should I play it? And I go, no, I wouldn't recommend it. And they're like, but you played 100 hours of it. I'm like, yeah. Okay, I've lost 2 robots. I think they're over there. Okay. It's a hard game to recommend, despite how much I love it. It's, oh my god, okay. So, later on in that game it starts having like all these sort of different alternate routes. And the comedy route was just all meta humor and not funny, and I was just like, this is terrible. I hope someone laughed while making it. Because I certainly didn't laugh much while playing it. I laughed a little bit though. Mostly groaned. I don't think I did anything to deserve that. It was just terrible humor. I know someone thought they were very clever the whole way through. Oh, I think I heard one of the power plants actually working for a change. The thing is, the first time they start working, it's going to not do anything for a little bit longer, but then it's going to start really churning. Once we get all the salt in, we'll be happy. I think I did hear one of these actually go for a second though. Yeah, this one must have gone because it has finished one product. Now what matters is that there is no more hot salt, which means it... Oh, it went in the... Wait, hang on. I messed up my water. I gotta go fix my water. Because I put it round the wrong way again. I mean, look at that. For a second there, high pressure steam just goes wham. Like, yeah, it's failed now. But it's gonna get better. And here comes the ash. And then just when everything looks like it's going to be okay, what do? Build another one. I mean, this is quite easily scalable, actually. Cyberpunk is always a weird genre for me. Sorry, I was just seeing the Hayasoto's last response about my Cyberpunk alter ego, SeiferKatt. And Cyberpunk's always just a weird genre. Like, I always love the concept of Cyberpunk, but most of the time I like play something Cyberpunk and I'm just like, I don't really like this. And then I don't play it. But I always like the concept of it. And then I'm always disappointed by it when it comes down to it.
Thanks for your support.
Hey, thank you. Hilarious.
Boosterdraft_NL just resubscribed for 3 months.
Thank you so much, Booster Draft. It's really appreciated. May I say, meow, meow. Appreciate it. It truly is. Welcome. That's not connected to anything. That's not going to be great for the future of mankind. Okay. There we go. But I imagine at this point power is going to be fixed. Especially as we get more and more pressurized steam coming through. How much more complicated is Pi mod compared to Crestorio 2? I haven't played Crestorio 2. But I understand Pi is like 1,000 to 1,500 hours. So I don't know if that really answers your question, but maybe it does. I hope it helps. But I mean, is it complicated? Not really. It's just get the things, put the things in the things. It's Factorio, baby. You put the things in the things. That's just Factorio. So far I haven't really encountered too many new mechanics from the mod. Aside from, I suppose, the main big mechanic is the way they do organics. And like how you need organics to make organics, which makes sense. Like, how do you make animals? Well, you need animals to breed, so you need animals in the pen. Makes sense. We have a train that's stuck. I bet you it's not. Turds are also kind of unique. Oh yeah, turds are pretty cool. One-off science pack. One-off sciences that can only be used. Like, you have to choose which way you want it to be improved. How do you want to improve your machines? That's pretty cool, actually. I like turds. Get some crazy overpowered stuff early. Okay. No. Nope, that's the wrong one. Glad I caught that one on time. Okay, so this little puppy should generate about 900 megajoules. That's a good puppy. Assuming I've understood how puppies work. And especially once we get the molten salt in here. I like the train is stuck. It's just complaining, but it's absolutely safe. It's fine. It's just enjoying complaining. I'd have a go at it, but I mean, who? You know what? I love complaining as well, so what can I say? My factory follows my own heart. Oh, I'm not researching anything? What the hell, bro? Oh my god, I haven't been researching. Oh, I feel sick to my stomach now. Not actually. Because let's be honest, there'll be a big dead time when nothing's happening anyway, so... That'll all run out very soon. There will come a time very soon where we are going to need to improve my original sciences. Because one thing I've noticed is each science you go up, it requires more science packs to the previous type. That's not always one-to-one. So there may come a time where we're going to have to spend some time building like agricultural packs again. Which is kind of funny. Oh hey, stone! Look at that. You know, once that molten salt gets going properly, like you can see here, it's just like, bam, goes up. And that's not even at its full strength yet. The more molten salt we get going, the lowest is about 180. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not too worried. Have I got anything worth looking at building just yet? Varrock's 2s. I don't really care about Varrock 2s at this stage. Microfibers, don't really care. Methane, I do that already. Oil derricks. I need a drilling fluid. What is a drilling fluid exactly? That's not that hard actually. You know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to... You know what? I know exactly what it's time to do. It's time to sort out that stone. I've got nothing to do right now. It's stone time. Let's figure out what we're doing with that stone. It's stone time, baby! Hell yeah. And in the process, it'll get rid of... I don't think these guys will lose their jobs just yet. How much use is there for stone, I wonder? Let's see. Stone, 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 stone. Show unresearched. Oh, at some point I can make native flora. That's actually very cool. When does that happen? Never mind, that's ages away. I don't know if I need this much stone. Oh, is that a thing? Hang on. Uh, oh, I see. Let's double that maybe. I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you, Buck. It's still probably upset, but don't worry about it. I didn't know that's why it was doing that. I just thought it liked complaining. And again, I don't disagree with that. Who doesn't love complaining? So, okay, stone. Do I... Do I need that much stone around? Do I make a specialized stone train is the question. And... Turn the stone to more automation science. What did I miss there? How? How do I turn stone to automation science? What am I missing? Bricks to planter boxes. A lot of my bricks are actually being made out of the... Oh, I see. Ah, that's something I hadn't considered. Bricks. I'm fine for bricks at the moment, but I think if I ever run out of pitch, then we might have a problem. Or if pitch is ever used for something useful. Which, not really. Not right now anyway. I think let's just be safe. Let's have a train that can do it. Ah, why do my blueprints have to go away? Why, train? I'll fix that in a moment. Full cargo, automatic. Give you the smallest amount of fuel so you can go and refuel. Surprised that you didn't. We do have a couple of combinators so we can... Why did you not go for fuel? My fuel station's taken by something? Supposed to be ore. You idiot. It's fine. It's not really, but whatever. Okay, stone is greater than... What's the stone stack? 50? So 50 times 20. Output, check. Chances are that train's probably going to go into the whole bay after that. It'll figure itself out. We also do still need a way to burn the excess stone, which I don't currently have a plan for. Go. A little bit of a belt that shouldn't be required, but I mean, there's a station over there. I see no reason to build a station right here. I mean, I suppose there is a reason. I could use it to transport out the duralumin and the aluminium, but whatever, we can now. That's probably a thought for another day, and by another day I mean probably today. Right now there's not much I can do. Okay. Now we turn those containers around. And we start working getting the stone out. The next problem will come into being, what if that's full? And I don't have a good answer for that at this stage. Hopefully we come up with one. That's my plan.
Jump in. Everybody, jump in. Jump in. Some Korean words.
Hey y'all, how's it going so far?
Hey, Hellbait. Welcome. Well, oh, 36 months. Wait, we're talking 3 years there. Holy shit. Thank you so much. It's going well, and also, may I say, meow 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 meow. Oh, thank you. It is truly and utterly appreciated, as I hope you know. Does this? No, it doesn't quite go through. That's a shame. It's going well. A lot of stone. It is too much stone. But now we've dealt with too much stone, so we can delete that. There's also no lamps over there, which kind of bothers me. The stone will leave eventually. We need a plan for what happens when too much stone becomes too much stone. Like the stone station becomes too much stone. Which I do not have an answer for yet. But we'll come up with one. How was my new power plant going? Still working on the salt. But I reckon if I check the power... Yeah, those are going to be coming faster and faster. Very soon. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with all this stone. I mean, we can crush stone, right? Stone can be crushed? Oh, hi, thanks. Ooh, lube. I say, you can always use more lube. Organic solvent may be a requirement soon, actually. Heard someone talking about that. Now, with stone, I remember there was another thing I could do, which was crush the stone into gravel, and you can crush that gravel into sand? No? Use for other things, yeah, so maybe that's why we're good to get to that stone. Can I just get a confirmation on that one? Is that what I said? Okay. Okay. It's like, did I have a stroke? Because sometimes on stream I do have a stroke, but that's for my other stream. Hello. Sorry? Sorry guys, I have to go deal with something gross. I'll be back real soon. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Well, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, we broke 1,000 quotes. It's pretty good. I'm really excited about the quote database. It's one of the things that I'm proudest for the stream. If I can believe that, which I'm not sure I can. It makes me pretty proud, though, that people are enjoying the dumb shit that I say. It makes me happy. Is that broken? You're very quiet. One of the best parts of the stream. I'm glad. I'm glad you think so. Okay. I am going to look at my power plant again. And then it generates a small amount of power for a short time, and then shits itself. Oh, lots of them are going. Oh. Oh, that is what we're wanting. That is running fairly consistently at 1.6 gigawatts. It's going to crap out in a second because we run out of salt. But these are going to be more and more consistent. Yeah, power's good now. Okay. Next thing to worry about. Not even worry about. Get rid of that actually too. Haha. Logistics bots. I don't really care how many we build, just that we build them. What is a problem for logistics bots? These plates? Okay. Right. Okay. That was just more painful the further I got into it. It's still getting more painful, actually. Okay, refined syngas. That's what we're looking at right now. Well, actually not too bad. We just need activated carbon, whatever the hell that is. The zinc chloride is hydrogen chloride. Chlorine is guts. Yeah, I'm not too fussed with that right now. Like, I'm not quite sure how I'm doing this right now, so I'm just sort of... Okay. I'm just sort of trying to anticipate what the next problem is. And I feel like there's a couple of them. Solder, not hugely a problem. Niobium plate seems to be the problem. Let's go get nichrome. Nichrome I can do. We make nickel? I'm sure we make nickel, right? Nickel is... here somewhere? That's zinc. Where the hell do we make nickel? Why don't I just Google it? Yeah, that's why I was pretty sure I had it. Right. Not only is it over here, it's been broken for a long time. That's encouraging. So what I might do is expand my nickel. I'm willing to bet there's probably a better way to expand nickel in the current future. Yep. In fact, I could do that next. I'm going to improve nickel. Why don't I do it properly? Is there a limit on the VTuber redeem? There should not be. Only every 300 seconds. That should be the only... Why, are you experiencing something else? That hasn't been used in a while, though. So it shouldn't be a problem right now. But it hasn't been used, like, since the start of the stream. So is it not working currently? And is it off for you? Interesting. Should be working. Hang on, let me try it. Realsies. Because things like fastest cat, that's blocked. You're not offended by my face? Too bad, I'm a cat now. Meow meow, bitches, I'm a cat. Morty! Morty, I turned myself into a cat! You know what? That was the episode where I'm like, I don't actually like this show anymore. I know everyone loved Pickle Rick, but that was the episode where I was like, I think this show kind of sucks now. Maybe it got better later, I don't know, but that was where I just like, I just grew tired. I was like, okay, now he's a pickle? Why? Why is he a pickle? Pickle Rick was a low point. Yeah, but there was so much merch of it. Like, people loved Pickle Rick. I feel like Rick and Morty was really a show that really tried to cater to two very different groups. I don't know if it succeeded on either of them. Show went up after that and then it's gone down again? Oh, really? I mean, I know the original creator left. A lot of people do love Pickle Rick. 100. Okay, so 2000 then. I don't know. If I just go 100 times 20, that sorts of stuff out. It's an episode about avoiding mental health care. Yeah, that's true. And then fighting some Russian guy for some reason. I don't know what's up with that bit, but yeah, Rick and Morty's a show. As I said, there were parts of it that I did like, but it also got very very annoying. There was kind of no good character in it, which I guess was kind of what they were going for, maybe? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I guess he was alright. Bird Dude is chill. That is true. Bird Dude was chill. I went for jerky. Surprisingly well. So, Solenya was the Russian pickle that took you away if you wasted food. The fuck? We might actually have a bit of a problem with rooks. Not enough moss. Oh, I know how we can make more moss. We add stone to the moss. Is there a way to do that? Two birds, one stone. Exactly. Potentially. I've got a little bit of space. I could edge something out. We're going to have to do some edging. And I think we all know the stream's policy on edging. You don't have to. You really don't have to, I assure you. Should we get the Relcia finished? I think we should get the Relcia finished. God damn it. Look at the Relcia. It's the fucking trombone that gets me. It's like, now you're in real trouble. The trombone is here. Nothing will ever be right in the world again. Let's get Relcia fixed up, because that way we can delete Relcia growing and we don't need to think about it. Then we're going to figure out where to put stone into there so we can roll more stone. Or something. How do I make better moss? Can I make better moss? Not yet. Not hard to make better moss, I just don't have the technology for it. Oh, wait, that's not available for this technology level anyway. Ralcia plantations, we need soil, okay. How many do I need? Lots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, lots. Got it. I need so many to the point that if I accidentally make too many, it's not that big a deal. Got it. Uh-oh, Duralumin. That stuff's getting rarer. %2 more moss. The kobolds start frothing at the mouths. I have tasted so much moss. I've tasted more moss than you will ever imagine. That's a good comic. So stupid. Also, it's good because one of my friends, like, our not always DM, but the best DM in the group, really has a thing for kobolds. So, you know, if you ever need a favor from the DM, you just remind him about the kobolds and he's happy again. I'm joking. Mostly. 15. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I lost count. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Yeah, I was right. There's no way I was going to make enough of those. There was a bit when we were playing, what were we playing? Tomb of Annihilation, where there were just kobolds doing kobold shit, and I was like, the DM, did you add this bit, or is this actually in the game, like, unedited? He's like, no, this is in the game, like, I didn't add this. Damn, this just feels like something you would add. Like, they're just being absolute jerks, throwing, like, bees at you. I was like, this seems like something my DM would add. He's like, nope, this is base. This is what they do. And I never went through the book after we finished playing to check to see if he was making shit up. There was no reason for him to make shit up. He's good that way. Apparently he never pulled any punches. I don't know if I believe him because we got through that with the skin of our teeth. Is it just base because he wrote the book? I know what he does for a job. He doesn't write D&D modules for a job. You know what? I don't know what he does for a job. He's told me what he does for a job, but for all I know, he might write D&D modules for a job. I've never asked him. I've never come out and said, tell me the truth. Do you just make D&D modules for your job? And remember the rules. It's like, yeah, it's one hell of a side gig writing a published D&D adventure. Like a published in hardback cover as a side job. Yeah, I don't think it's a side job. Check the book. I haven't checked the book. I haven't checked the book, so it very well might be in there. I don't know. So we're going to come over here. We're going to do a Ralcia. We're going to Uh, more moss than you've ever tasted. You know what? Let's just make this simpler. Taste moss. There we go. I think that's pretty self-explanatory what's going on there. Okay. Not quite finished, but certainly an improvement. And if it takes more power, who gives a shit? We can easily just... It looks like it's pretty consistent now. Is it going constantly? You know what? It's not even going constantly. Wowzers. Not even going constantly. The Ash Twins are doing well. What was... Oh, that was a weird sound. What was this doing? Oh, this was just using base steam engines. Wild! Okay, so my Relcia still needs to grow. Yeah, the DM that ran Tomb of Annihilation for us is currently running our Kids on Bikes campaign. Which is fun. Really, most of it is just me and another player just making 80s references. And I'm just constantly like alt-tabbed from the game, looking to what year things came out to see if I can make another 80s reference. So, you know. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm certainly having fun doing it. I think maybe that's the main point. Alright, how are we going to taste this moss? The first instinct is to expand the setter station, should be called privacy, to include a stone station. Bring the stone over here, expand out the moss. How much is this supposed to be making? 0.256 belts. Oh, come off it. Yeah, we're going to expand out the setter station, should be called privacy. Whatever the low level with the high level gear campaign. I didn't really have the time to run it very well, but they went, so long story short, they went to hell. They made a realm altering wish to basically correct the problem. How to put this in a polite way. I thought I had enough time to be able to run a game, look after my family, run a 3-stream a week thing, and deal with my ADHD that may or may not exist. And turns out I did, you know, to use a phrase that I've read before, I didn't have that many spoons. I thought I had that many spoons, but that is not how many spoons I had. So despite the fact that everyone was enjoying it, I did have to sort of end it a little bit prematurely. I managed to get a conclusion out of it, so it didn't just like peter out, but it didn't quite fulfill what I wanted it to do. Which, you know, is disappointing, but I couldn't run that game as well. I would have liked to keep running it, but I just didn't have the anything for it. Spoons, did you eat them spoons? It was a fun idea. Look, it is a fun idea, and hopefully someone else can, you know, pick it up. If you ever heard of the idea, feel free to do it yourself. It was a fun idea, and I enjoyed it, but I just couldn't run it. Did the players have fun? They did have fun. The players were understanding, but sad that it ended. And I think, you know, as things go, that's about as good as one that you can have. Maholic, the concept of two spoons in this is you only have like an amount of... Yeah, I think I succeeded, but I would have liked to go more. For cast level 9 spells, wish I had more spoons. Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you. The idea of spoons, by the way, Maholic, I don't know if you're joking, but I'm going to go into it anyway, because maybe someone else doesn't know. So the idea is that generally you have a certain amount of like things you can do, mental space, and you just objectify them as spoons. So it might be like it takes 10 spoons to go out to a party because that's a lot of stress, but it might be like 1 spoon to do the dishes. And what you can have a problem is you just go, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this thing anymore. Because I used all my spoons to do something else, and it's basically MP. Let's just go MP. Spoon theory, there we go, it's probably a better way to put it. It's basically your magic points. Right? MP makes way more sense to me, or SP. But never CP. I'm not going to explain why. if you know, you know, we're not talking about that. But it's like, I didn't have the MP to run a campaign as well. But the party had fun. I just would have liked to do more with it. I had some fantastic dreams of it, and I just couldn't. The spoons is MP analog. You like the spoons or the MP? MP makes more sense to me. How often do I carry spoons around? Never. I don't carry spoons. But I understand the idea of casting a flare spell. And casting the biggest fire magic you can till you pass out. I understand that shit. Like, who carries spoons? Ain't no one carrying spoons. But magic points, that is something I understand. The factory or the talking about spoons thing? Because the factory, you're on your own. I don't friggin' know what's going on here either. They'll pay a lot. I mean... To explain spoon theory, read what Glacier Wolf sent posted. That's probably a better thing that I could ever do. In terms of the factory, look, man, we're just memeing here. We're just playing the game and hoping things go right. Because that's all I've got the spoons for. Don't abbreviate Cyberpunk. What's the other thing you're not supposed to abbreviate? Was that it? You playing some Final Fantasy Tactics? You killed the big bad evil guy random trash mob and your main character with Holy? Nice. I was watching someone play Final Fantasy Tactics and I'm like, what the hell are these names? Like, it feels like all the names are just like put in a random, like someone fell asleep on a keyboard and just mashed their face on the keyboard to make the names, because the names were all just like this horrid, like, yeah, like what are you doing? The names are terrible. Ah, Zavazanda. I don't know if that's a real name, but it feels like it could be. And it's said, like, it's all so serious, and I'm like, how can you say such a stupid name so seriously? It almost feels like those Pro ZD comics. Not comics, sorry, videos. We don't have any deciders. Math mage? Sorry, you're gonna need to explain that one to me. What the hell's a math mage? And why am I so aroused? The two things may be related, obviously. Okay, and then we name this. Oh, hell, mate. You really get onto those quotes, don't you? I love it. The math mage is a special powder that replenishes mana. That's okay. So far, it's cocaine. If anyone's levels are multiple 3, 4, or 5 or a prime. What? You got some number block shit going on over there. I think it's just quote 137. You don't have to do the quotation mark. Like it's just quote space 1037. Otherwise, you're trying to reference quote 1037, which isn't a command. It's just quote space 1037. There you go. That should. You still need the exclamation mark. Oh my god, I don't know if you're doing this on purpose now. I don't think you are, but it feels a little bit on purpose now. What is that? In the clouds. Like that. It's so good. It's so good. No harm has been done. I was just not sure what was going on. Choose 3, 4, 5 prime. Choose level, experience, elevation, or CT for targeting. Oh my god, my head hurts already. I feel like I'm going to be talked to by like a little number block. I was always interested how they were going to teach prime numbers and number blocks. Then I saw it, I was like, yeah, that tracks. That's about what I expected. And I love me some number blocks. Such a good show. I mean, yeah, sure, it's for kids. I don't give a crap. Still allowed to like it. You could, for example, hit all level 5 characters with fire. Is there a chance? Can you also hit your own characters with that, though? Is that a legitimate concern? Yes. I would have loved to play Final Fantasy Tactics when it came out initially, but it never released on PAL region. So I never got to. And nowadays, I don't have the time. I could probably find the time. No, I couldn't. I'm really just into playing my one game at a time situation, and that's working well for me. That'd be Factorio time. Well, that'd be streaming time. Streaming time is a different time to like my personal gaming time. Personal gaming time is different again. Have I tried Mega Bonk? I have not tried Bonkin. I know I've heard people talking about it, and it looks alright, but I've not looked at it. I am aware of it. What are we doing today? Right now, I'm trying to improve my moss production. Don't ask me why, I'm not entirely sure myself, but it is what I'm doing. If I move all of this out, let's just move this one for now. Okay. 3D Vampire Survives. Yeah, it is. I could find the time. Did I forget to talk about spoons? I mean, right now my gaming time is taken up by... God. The 100 line Last Defense Academy. And that's about all the gaming time I have total. Which is fine. But I really want to get that finished. I really want to get all the endings. And that's taking forever. Which I didn't... When I bought that game, I didn't anticipate that the game would be this 100-hour monster. If I had known that, would I have picked it up? I don't know. If that's all my gaming time, what am I doing right now? This is stream time. Stream time is not the same as gaming time. I can understand why you'd think it's the same thing, but it's not. It's game shaped. It is. Can I do anything with moss? I can do something with moss. Ooh, baby, baby. What do I want to do with moss? I could make coarse fraction. Ah, no risk of rain. We could get rid of the muddy sludge. So then it would be less things to worry about. You know what? Maybe we do that. Maybe we get rid of the muddy sludge. Maybe we just bust all this down and rebuild it without the muddy sludge being required. As correct as he is, Shen's pretty good at that sort of thing, but I think we're not going to take that approach. You know what? We're turding. Okay, let's think. Let's think. What are my actual options? We could either make more moss with chlorinated water. I don't want to do that. We can make force fraction. I don't want to do that. No, we turd. We go high density culture, and we no longer need muddy sludge. It is done. We've turded. And then we're going to destroy all of this. Boy, that's a big regret I got there. It's just easier to destroy it and rebuild. And then, I believe the muddy sludge isn't being used for anything else. Let's just confirm that. Muddy sludge goes in that way. Yep, muddy sludge isn't being used for anything else, so we can get rid of that. We've got some pipes somewhere, that's probably bad. Don't worry about it, we'll worry about that later. Get rid of that. That water is used other places. That water is used other places, so we do not cut the water lines. Understood. Then we figure out how things were actually supposed to be connected. That fix it? I don't know. It looks good. Doesn't look great though. You know what, that soil is going to be useful somewhere. I'll find a home for that soil. Although all of a sudden I'm reminded of like the Simpsons quote, I'll find a home for that lobster, pats his tummy, and I did. Alright, we're just going to put the moss in here for now. It would... We have... Right, that train doesn't know where to go after it's full, does it? And it looks like we may have killed power over there. Oopsies. As your doctor, I cannot recommend you eat dirt. You know what? This is why I stopped going to you, Zoe. You never let me do anything fun. Don't eat dirt. Don't inject that unknown substance into your bloodstream. Don't eat dirt. How many times do I have to tell you? Like, it's always don't. Never, sure, go for it. Maybe it'll be fun. Like, don't drink from a puddle. Don't drink dirt from a puddle. Don't inject that puddle into your veins. What a lot of puddle-related activities that I'm not supposed to do. Your fake medical license was revoked. That's concerning for multiple reasons. You really do. The dirt diet profits are being silenced by Big Pharma. How big is this farmer? What I want to know. Ooh, that's a... Right, that's where it's not connected. Understood. The base is very dark right now. But I anticipate once we connect... Oh, that wasn't it. That it over there. Nope, still not it. Oh, that looks encouraging. There we go. Alright, I'll finish ripping this up and then we'll go to bed. Play more 100 Last Stand. Which is not what it's called. 100 Line. God, I will never learn the name of that game. At least Danganronpa had a name I could remember. You know what? I know why I can remember the name of Danganronpa, because the cool music always started with Danganronpa. If you've heard played Danganronpa, you know the music I'm doing. That's exactly how the music goes. Oh, I smell toast, man. Shut up. It's so flippin' rude. So flippin' rude, Zoe. I'm just over here loving the Danganronpa theme, and you're like, are you having a stroke? No! Friggin' Danganronpa is a great theme. Great theme music. So rude. Who is Duncan? Danganronpa. Oh, there were like 3 games in the series. You tell me you didn't play Danganronpa? Trigger Happy Panic? Is that what it's called, actually? Dangan... Trigger Happy Havoc. Close. Was on Xbox? You know, I don't know if it was on Xbox. I know it was on the Switch and PlayStation. Because you never owned one. Well... What is this trolling I'm getting? No, it's because it's obscure Japanese game. Just a bunch of weeb shit. Like 3 of them. There was actually more, but there were only 3 what I would consider mainline games. Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. It was basically a bunch of teens in a killing game. They were not totally pleased about being in a killing game, most of them. There was always one that was. They were the ones to watch out for. It's basically a whodunit in a school. That's actually not bad. I was going to not build this today, but now I've built it. So now I should stop. And look at that. All I got to do is connect it up, and then we're going to make double the moss. Double the moss, double the fun. And meanwhile, my nickels are being researched. Probably not very well. I imagine killing my moss has probably killed my research entirely. We just need to get that done. Okay, cool. And I'll just leave it like that. That's fine. Alright, well let's save, and that was session 45. We didn't really do anything too much for the new technologies, but that's okay. Oh, I guess we made that. This wasn't new though. Hot molten salt. Oh hell. We ran out of salt. We need to deal with this at some point soon. Man, that required a lot more salt than I was expecting. Took a full warehouse of salt, and even then it's still not enough. Are these warehouses? They are. Still, that was way easier to build than I thought it would be. I'm really happy with that. And it's really easy to just double it if I needed to as well. Anyway. Save again. Because I don't remember if I did anything different. And call on it. Anyway, thank you very much everyone. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you are new here, please do consider following. I'd appreciate it. But as always, you do what makes you feel comfortable. I'll next be streaming on Thursday? Yeah, I'll next be streaming on Thursday, doing more of the same. Next week I will be away for a couple of days, but the Monday stream will still be intact, and then we'll see what happens. YouTube.com/SeiferKatt, where I post VODs when I actually do it. And the Discord link is where you can find me outside my regular streaming time. I'm... Beldak. I see you. Beldak, I see you.
Thanks for your support.
Tier_ just resubscribed for 44 months. Crickets.
I love you guys, I really do. But anyway, Tara, thank you so much for the 44 months. Are we coming up to 4 years? My god. Meow 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 meow. One more meow, just in case. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I vaguely appreciate the crickets, but I certainly appreciate the sub. Yeah. So I'll see everyone in a few days. Take care, everyone. Tara, by the way, I always appreciate you doing a quote right at the end of the stream. I like that. It's fun. Alright, bye, everyone.